Hi everyone, it's Dr. Zeg and I'm glad to be on your screens once again. I would want you to pay keen attention to this video, especially if you are a parent or guardian or you have kids, under you, from the ages of 3 to 7 or 8, 9 as the case would be. Now you have a child whose eyes are misaligned, probably the eyes are turned inward, what we call esotropia, or the eyes are turned outwards, what we call exotropia. It could be hypertropia also, or hypotropia. Generally, we call this condition tropia or strabismus. Now, most of you call this half past 4 eyes. And now, because you have this kind of child, you're already panicking, you're already shy of the child you gave birth to, you're already withdrawing from your child, someone you carried for 9 months, you're already ashamed of your kind of kid. That is not what it should be. And you watching this, maybe you might go to a friend's place and you see that there is a child that has this kind of eye. You're already thinking that this child is evil or is a spiritual problem.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
We need to perish this narrative. There are so many issues or so many reasons, so many causes that might lead to such eyes. It could be one, or muscle imbalance. There are so many muscles of the eyes: the superior rectus, inferior rectus muscle, medial rectus, lateral rectus muscle, and so on. Now these muscles might overshoot. Once it overshoots, it might turn inwards, the eyes, and the eyes will have what we call esotropia. It can also turn outwards, as the case would be. So when you see such kind of eye, don't assume that your child's eye have gone beyond repair. That is why early detection is very important. You have to detect this on time, especially when the child is still very tender, 3 years, 4 years, and now some of you would now just pay deaf ears or turn blind eyes to this because you're not attentive as a mother. As a mother out there, it's not about getting married to a man. When you give birth to a child, be very observant of your child's eyes. Know how your child's eyes are and know what might be happening with the child's eyes. Now, it could also be that this child has refractive errors that will require the person to wear what we call glasses, what we call spectacle lenses or contact lenses. It will also involve us giving the child freezing corrections. It will also involve us as well. In most cases, you see the child being told to, undergo injection, what we call Botox injection, or in some cases, the person might be advised to also go for surgery or undergo surgery. Yes, there is a possible remedy to this. That's my point. Especially when you detect this early as a mother or as a father or as a guardian. Don't assume that this child's eye will remain like this, because the child might grow up and ask you, what did you do? What efforts did you make to correcting these eyes? And you remain there adamant. You won't have anything to say. You'll be dumbfounded. So why am I saying this? We should be very careful of the kind of things we do or the kind of ways we treat our children when we give birth to them. Now, I've said this again. I've talked about how the child's eye can be corrected by this kind of wear. Secondly, you can also correct this child's eye by what we call vision exercises. Just like most of you go to the gym for exercises, the eyes can undergo exercises. We'll train the eye so that the child's eye will become straight again instead of deviated. Yes, in some cases also the child's eye might also come back to normalcy. Note, it's not only muscle imbalance that might cause this. It can also be due to what we call a neurological problem. The nerves in the eyes might have undergone some kind of issues, or it could also be that there is a congenital problem, maybe due to pregnancy when the child was still in your womb, or what we call certain conditions such as developmental problems. Please take heed so that you don't give birth to a child and the child keeps on growing and there's a stage the person gets to. It might be difficult for the eyes to correct. It will remain like that. So when you detect this early, it's very helpful to correct this. I'm giving you this advice and I want you to also share this to mothers or intending mothers. Share it as much as you can to people. Let them be very mindful that once you notice that your child's eyes are deviating upon giving birth to your child at maybe 2 years or 3 years, you're seeing that the child is growing, the eyes are deviating inward or outwards. Seek medical attention. Let's guide you properly. Let's tell you what to do and what not to do, and let's follow up the process and know how we bring back your child's eyes to become straight. I hope you find this video important and impactful. Thank you for watching. Please tap the share button. Alright.